the most petty, like, little kid fight
And you guys
ever.
were both everyone was overheated.
We were fuming. Fuming.
And you hadn't eaten anything. It was just alcohol.
After 2 seasons and 20 episodes, it is finally time to pull back the curtain and show you guys what really happens on Iconic Eats. I have director of photography,
Chelsea. That's my name.
and producer Julia, and myself, of course, Adriana, the host of Iconic Eats, and we are going to do a BTS and answer all your burning questions. A week ago, Julia asked me what were my favorite cocktails from the past 2 seasons. And so I picked, she asked me 3. So I picked 3, and they're going to give us 2. Justin has made them for us.
Do you remember what this one is from? That's the question for you. Remember what this cocktail's from?
Okay, so just based on looks alone, is it Star Wars related?
No, really? That's a good guess, though.
That's okay. Well, now he's putting a thing of mint in there. What does it make you think it is now?
It makes me think that I need to pay attention a little bit more.
Okay, we have 2 seasons,
yeah,
20 episodes, so obviously it's from an episode, maybe a significant episot.
They're all important and significant.
What's the most important episode?
This is the most important episode.
I mean, not the most important, but like it's a significant episode.
What would be like the most significant episode?
Episode 1?
Oh!
Okay, wow, okay.
Perfect.
We have the Pinot Verde, which is one of our cocktails from the very first episode. Cheers!
Cheers!
The Mardi Gras episode. A pina colada, but it has green chartreuse. I feel like I couldn't say that back then either.
No.
Apparently it's very fancy. I'm supposed to put my pinky up when I drink it. Green chartreuse is made by monks in France somewhere. I've never heard of green chartreuse, but this is going to be a very enlightening experience.
It was our first day meeting each other.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, I did not meet Julia or Chelsea before episode 1. So walking into Universal Studios for the first time was the first time I ever met them. I flubbed on that shake so hard I did not know what to say. I was so shook. And then we came and I had my first drink. This was probably my second drink. And then I started loosening up and the episode got real good.
I think you chugged it, so I don't remember tasting.
Oh, I did. Because I was like so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it's my first day at work and these guys are going to think like I'm an idiot. Because I was just like,
This is the Cajun. This is the Cajun.
And so like, as soon as they gave me alcohol, I was like,
We have all the questions from the audience on here. I posted 2 community tab posts on YouTube, and y'all commented down below questions, and then Adriana and I selected the ones that we thought were the most fun and concise as well. Sorry, some of you guys had very wordy questions.
Caitlin Ashley Padilla, 7264, asked, how much preparation goes into making all of these theme park videos?
So we have preparation for the entire season. We go through, Adriana and I will go through and pick which parks we really want to go to that year. We put them together as if we were going to batch shoot them. So we'll put we want to go to these 3 parks and they're all in California. And then from there, we're then reaching out. So I would say it was, how long does it take?
Weeks.
So
it's like 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months out from the shoot date. So then you're not seeing the video for up to 5 weeks even. Yeah. So maybe 5 months total for one episode, from like Adriana saying, I really want to go here, to it happening, to the video going live.
Corella Doll 2051 asks, do you look up reviews on food prior to trying different things? Yes and no. It depends on what it is. So for some theme parks, I have been there quite a bit. I don't really need to look up a review on the individual food item because I'm just well versed on it. Even if I've never tried that particular item, I know where it is in the park. So I kind of want to be surprised. But other theme parks that like I've never been to, like Sesame Street or Sesame Place, we had never been to Sesame Place before. So I did look up reviews just on like how to navigate the park or like what kind of food they had. But like individual food reviews, not really, because I kind of want to like have a fresh opinion.
I will say that sometimes I look up reviews because I just want to know what I'm going to be eating during the shoot.
Also, Adriana studies. Like, every single shoot that we go to, the biggest thing we hear from the crew that we're working with that's from those parks is she knows where everything is, and she'll be able to
Absolutely.
recite like even though you don't ride rides, you don't ride coasters, you know exactly when each coaster was built, what it's made out of, and like how fast it goes.
Yeah.
Like, you might not research the exact food item that you're reviewing, but you research the whole part.
I do a lot of research beforehand because I want to know like what we're gonna see. I want to know points to talk about. Like the show is about the food, but it's also about like your full-on experience when you get there. And I want to be able to give you like a full insight into the park, and so you know like I'm having a good time. Stephanie Breslin 3466 asks, "What does everyone eat prior to shooting? Do you guys start with an empty stomach or a light breakfast?"
I can answer for Chelsea.
Oh no. I was gonna be like, what is Julia gonna say about this?
So
Nothing.
what Chelsea likes to have before is a grande vanilla latte that is hot, even when it's hot outside. There's very few times she gets an iced coffee. If she does, that means it's very hot out and she's melting. And she makes sure that it only has 1 pump of vanilla in it. She ends up having like a Kind bar or some sort of granola bar about an hour into shooting. She won't eat it before because she says it's going to make her stomach hurt. So she waits until we're on to like the first or second food item. She goes, my tummy hurts. And she has that.
Without
Let me
fail.
just say,
Without fail.
on behalf of both Adriana and I, and show aside, Julia's producing our lives.
Yeah, like she has us down to a science.
Yeah.
And Adriana doesn't drink coffee in the morning. She usually gets like a tea or a water, but do you, I don't know about, like, do you eat or drink anything in your hotel room when you're getting ready?
And so it depends on like what all we doing. So Julie makes these like really thorough time sheets
Yes.
of like what is going first. And so like if it says I'm not eating like actual food until like 10:30, and most of the times our call times are like 6-7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I will eat like something light, like maybe, you know, like a banana or like a granola bar, just so that like I have something on my stomach so I don't feel like woozy, because like I'm also giving you full energy at, you know, 7 o'clock in the morning
Yes.
on an empty stomach, so I don't want to do that. Another interesting thing is sometimes our first item is alcohol.
Just interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, so when we're doing these shoots, a lot of times, there's going to be a lot of people at the bar. So they want to make sure that we get the full experience of being able to shoot with not a whole lot of people. And so we'll get the drinks first. Or the thumbnail might be a drink, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do the review.
Of course you are.
There you
They're
go.
passing it on to me. I can read. Okay. Next question comes from Corey Whiting, 2456, who asks, is Iconic Eats always filmed over the course of one day? Or do you break it up into multiple shoots at one location? Sometimes Adriana's like, I want to try all 34 items, in which case there's no way. But if we do a smaller park or something like even like the Marvel episode, that was all one day.
Yeah. Definitely depends on the weather, I think, too. If it's really, really hot out, like, we do Volcano Bay in one day?
Yeah.
We did. Okay,
We
okay,
did.
one day.
I was about to give that as the example of it's really, really hot out. We
Yeah.
should have.
We should have.
It depends. Yeah, it definitely depends on the individual episode. Like King's Dominion
One day.
was one day, and it was the most. I think it was 37. It was ridiculous.
That was a hard day.
And it was a very hot. It was like 92 degrees outside. And then after that, we learned our lesson, and we tried to break them up into 2 days. But it really just depends. So like The Wish was filmed in 2-3 days.
But I feel like that's good that someone's asking if it's filmed in one day. It means that they can't necessarily tell that it's filmed in 2 days.
You'll never know.
Because
unless
Adriana
you-
also, she does her hair, makeup, nails, and like has to match it each day as well,
Yeah.
which is very impressive.
Continuity. If you know, you know.
Dedicated to the craft. Jacob Martinez PTX 423 asks, what is Julia's responsibility during these shoots? Since Adriana is the host and Chelsea records, does Julia babysit? Haha, love this show.
This one. No, if that's a baby, I want an adult.
I'm not carrying that. The job of producer sounds very confusing because it's like, what are you doing? You just look like you're standing there with a clipboard, which honestly sometimes, if you do a good job as a producer, the day of the shoot, you really should just be standing there with a clipboard and things should just be running super smoothly. That's never happened for me, that it's perfectly smooth. But a lot of my work is on the pre-production sides. I'll be like having the calls with all the different parks, figuring out timing, figuring out the schedule, working with Adriana, just constantly working as like a liaison. On a good day, if we're not having many issues, I am just babysitting and chilling with you guys, and like I just have my wet naps ready and make sure that Adriana is like as prepared as possible.
Hold on. You are underselling what you have prepared in your book bag. There is a
Oh.
first aid kit. There is sunscreen. There is bug spray. There is like wristbands for if you get seasick or car sick. There is burn cream. There's a CBD oil for your muscles. There's granola bars if you're going to get shaky. The reason why this ship is moving.
It's
Julia.
Yeah,
It's Julia.
The show doesn't run without Julia, quite literally. I never knew what a producer did until like we started doing this show, and she literally does everything from helping create the menu to the day of execution.
Guys, I'm kind of feeling it.
Give me your finished drinks.
What are you talking about? This was boozy.
Give me this.
You don't think it's boozy?
I thought it was
Oh,
really
you think it is boozy?
Yeah, he was like, oh, it's not that boozy. Lies.
Well, you didn't finish yours.
This is the lightweight of the group.
That is so true.
It is. It's very much
Half
true.
a beer. Woo!
That's why she loved beer so much. 'cause
You know
she's
what?
like,
I'm fun.
What is this drink and where is it from?
Why is everybody putting me on the spot?
Thank you,
Here's
Justin.
here's a hint. Bon appetit.
yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, that might have
She's
made it harder.
not gonna get it.
No, let's just see.
Wait. I might have surprised you, and I might have actually gotten a whiff of a clue.
What?
Was it in Epcot?
Yes.
Yes!
There you go.
Okay.
Justin.
Wait, which episode?
The Italian one.
The Italian one?
Flower and
Garden. This is the La Vie en Rose from the France Pavilion in Epcot. This is my literal favorite
Justin.
drink. Justin, I'm going to judge you harshly. This is my favorite drink in the entire world.
I mean, I pinkied out.
He did a really good job.
Ooh.
Sir!
This tastes just like it, right?
It does. And I made a little joke off camera. I was like, the color looks off because I'm a little bit of an Epcot snob. But no, first off, after like the dust settled, it is a little bit darker than normal, but the flavor is spot on. Like it tastes like this refreshing, rosy, like floral drink. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's really good. Tashay Morris asks, does Adriana do her own hair, nails, and makeup? What about her outfits and accessories? This is the only time I've never done my own hair. Somebody else did it for me. But for every episode of Iconic Eats you have ever seen, I do my own hair and my own makeup. So I normally have to wake up about 2 hours before our call time. So sometimes we have to be there at 7 or 8. So 2 hours before then, I get up and I make sure that my hair and makeup is absolutely perfect.
The sun is not out yet. It is dark.
Can you tell them what you listen to when you get ready?
Oh, I listen to metal music while I get ready. It like really ramps me up.
Metal music from her hotel room.
Yeah, it's like really loud at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Just like, wow.
Okay, outfits and accessories.
Okay, so just like the show takes a little bit of weeks of planning, my outfit and accessories does as well. So for the most part, like I know where we're going at least 3 weeks in advance. Sometimes there's an episode every now and again where I'm like, I'm just getting ready, but I kind of like know the theme. So for Sesame Place, I had someone make that Cookie Monster dress. For Busch Gardens Williamsburg, I knew I wanted to be, a little mushroom princess, so I had found that mushroom dress.
You are like a woodland. I feel like a woodland fairy mushroom queen.
I kind of like to stick to like the theme of whatever the park is, or like pull from that. And that's that's always been like my dream of like I wanted to like dress on theme. I love teachers that like dress on theme and like have all rainbow outfits, but I'm a teacher for theme parks.
Your background is in fashion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have a degree.
No big deal.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a degree in fashion design. So, but I'm always like thinking about like clothes and like what to wear and like how to style it and like So that's like my passion is really like being fashionable.
A couple favorite outfits.
Ooh, yeah. What favorite outfits of Adriana's?
So, I mean, you mentioned Busch Gardens, which is an absolute delight.
Woodland
because
creature.
it's like extra cute, and drinking scotch, hilarious. But no, I think I'm a toss-up between the Mickey's Not So Scary episode because
oh
I
my
love
gosh.
Halloween.
The outfit change was
incredible.
That dress, everywhere we went, it's Chelsea with her camera, a huge light, and Adriana and like a whole crew. Every time we went anywhere that night, people were like,
Yeah. It was an outfit change. It was like, first like
they like wanted your signature. They like people were like didn't even know who you were, and they'd be like, should we get an autograph?
Yeah. I felt like a princess that night.
But Minions.
Oh, I love my Minions outfit.
That was cute.
Really
that
cute.
was really cute.
We all got to match. So.
For Super Nintendo World, I really wanted like that little mushroom purse, and I had that thought in my head, and so I like Googled it and tried to find it, and I did not find a purse. I found a lunchbox. So then like I bought the hardware to like put a strap on it and like made it into like a crossbody purse.
Which was cute.
Yeah, like I feel like if you can't find the exact thing you want, you either find someone who can make it or you make it yourself.
Yeah. Which is like kind of how I started with my own like social media. It was like I couldn't afford all of these super nice things, so then I would like DIY it and make it and like find it for the cheap. And so I just brought that on as we continued to like do the show.
But it's so fun and magical.
I really enjoyed my SeaWorld San Diego outfit just because like my nails matched perfectly to the dress. Like my friend custom made those nails after looking at a picture of the dress. So I just really enjoyed like the overall theme of that outfit. If I had to pick like a favorite, when we went to Greece for Virgin Voyages, the blue like two-piece outfit, it just felt very much like Grecian goddess, and I love wearing that outfit. So that was my favorite.
I love that.
I feel like you're the theme park Miss Frizzle. How her dress is always like
Yes!
just perfect.
I
Oh
know, I
no,
love that.
absolutely. She's 110% the inspiration. Like Mrs. Frizzle is the blueprint. Amy Parrott 9204 says, "What were your best and worst or funniest moments that has happened off camera?"
That's a lot of best, funniest, and worst.
Yeah.
Those are three very different categories.
Nose goes.
I feel like some of us we'll each pick one, whether it's best, worst, or funniest. We don't
Happened
do all
off camera is the important part. Okay. Does anyone have one that comes up to mind?
I do.
Okay, go.
Oh no.
It wasn't the worst. I think for me,
She goes straight for the worst.
it was. I mean, like in the moment, I was like, "Oh my god!" But like after I think of every time I think about it, it gives me a chuckle in my soul.
Which one?
So there was a very infamous fight in the Bahamas in Castaway Cay.
I am excited. We are at Disney's Castaway Cay. But I gotta go change. Put on my bathing suit.
I can't believe we're talking about that right now.
Somebody wanted to go swim in the ocean, and I wanted to go get tacos.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Oh no.
I'm sad because this is the last little bit of our trip.
Do you want to drink your drink in the water? Okay, you can do that.
It'll make it better.
Okay.
This is the life.
And Julia was in the middle trying to keep everybody happy. I do want to say that this shoot was very tight. When we shot The Wish, we only had 3 days to shoot this huge ship. So we literally had like no time to ourselves. It was just like, once we got off work at 5 o'clock, it was like maybe we got a couple hours to do something. It was go to sleep, wake up, do it again. So we had like a break built in. And like, I just wanted to go get on the ship and go get tacos, but Chelsea wanted to swim in the ocean. If I've seen one ocean, I've seen a million of them. Please don't judge me. I just don't.
Well,
I don't want
I got you in the ocean. It was beautiful. She doesn't like sea creatures, and we got her.
You
we
do
got
not
her in.
care about the water
I don't
at
care about the
all.
water. So anyway, it was a very funny fight, and it was like on a golf cart too. Like it was just like
It was on the golf cart. You guys were just like, I want to do this and I want to do this.
It was like the most petty, like little kid fight
And you guys
ever.
were both everyone was overheated.
We were fuming.
And you hadn't eaten anything. It was just alcohol. And you guys were exhausted.
I think that Castaway Cay specifically, like as far as like what is my hardest, maybe worst shoot.
Yeah.
Like it looks beautiful. Like
It's
it's
stunning.
also one of my favorite. Like when I look back at what we captured, mwah,
beautiful.
love, beautiful. It's like crystal water, whatever. You cannot capture the heat and humidity. Like my body was a bayou.
Yeah, it was.
And I was so mad and I was so gross and I was like, if you don't get me in that water right now, I'm going to implode.
Well, because I remember your camera kept sliding off of you because we were so sweaty, and your camera overheated twice.
Yeah.
Best off camera, funniest off camera. I'm trying to think. Okay, when we shot King's Dominion, Busch Gardens, and Sesame Place, we had a road trip. And on that road trip, there's a few things that were my favorite, that were the best. One was we got to stop in a random town, and we watched a lot of country folk doing karaoke, and we went to like a dive bar.
Oh, yeah.
And we had so much fun because it was like,
This was my hometown in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we were in Chelsea's hometown, and it was very adorable. My other favorite moment was you guys got to come to my house and meet my mom and all my dogs.
And we had limoncello.
My mom made limoncello. You guys got to have limoncello. And on that trip was when we got to do our spa day.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, we did have a really, really fun spa day where we went to like this nice spa in Virginia Beach. And like, it was quite literally one of the fanciest things I've ever
never
done.
done that.
I feel like we're always sweaty and disgusting around each other. So it was nice to have a moment of like, hey.
That was a great trip.
Yeah.
We were near my hometown, so Sesame Place is in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. That is actually where I grew up. And actually my sister was like, I think she like worked in the parade in high school at Sesame Place, so that's like a whole nother thing. But I ended up taking them to like my favorite restaurants that I was like a hostess, like,
Oh, that was
like
cute.
growing up.
JL Mar 53 says, my wife wants to know where Adriana gets her outfits. Like I said, a little bit of everywhere. Sometimes somebody makes them for me. For the majority of the outfits that people truly, truly love, I get them from the same place, which is Unique Vintage, which is where this outfit is from as well. They have a great range of like clothes, and they're really pretty and girly. And for anybody else who is like plus size, just like me, who is looking for like nice clothes, that's where I'm getting it from.
This is a great handle too. CatAttack_3 asks, forget food. How do you handle all the alcohol? Do I? Do we?
She don't.
I don't.
I think it's really funny like that you got the alcohol question. So Chelsea pretty much drinks. We know she's my beer lady.
Yep.
She pretty much drinks beer. She can have maybe one alcoholic beverage before she is
Feeling good.
3 sheets to the wind. While me and Julia,
She's like,
yeah.
living her
yeah,
life.
she's just Me and Julia can drink a little bit more,
Yeah.
but I normally end up finishing.
You and your partner John, we got to meet him and go on the Virgin Voyages together. The two of you together, like, it was incredible the way that you guys can toss back shots. And like Chelsea and I were sitting there with like our little martinis, and we'd be like, "So what are you doing?" And they'd be like, and then they'd be ordering another one, but also just sitting there, be like, "Yeah, we don't know." And I'm like,
Yeah.
How are you in the same conversation as us with 6 shots in you?
I don't know.
Oh, this is a great. Okay, next question.
Jennifer Braun at 2654 says, out of the 3 of you, who finishes most of the alcoholic drinks? I do.
None of us end up being hungover for the shoot the next day, which is always the impressive thing.
Stay
Yeah.
hydrated, my
Stay
friends.
hydrated. Carla Martinez -EU1HG. It's a lot. How do you guys recover from all of that food, heat, and walking? If I was y'all, I'd be dead. You have to have great shoes. If you notice, Adriana's never in like a heel or anything. Like you're always in a sneaker, right?
Yeah, a sneaker or a boot. It's like, it's a lot of steps. That's also, if anybody's like, how do you handle all your alcohol? I'm literally burning it off as I'm drinking.
Oh, we've gotten like 22,000 steps in,
Yeah.
a matter of a few hours.
The recovery from all that food, you end up taking a few bites. If you love the item, you'll finish it. But otherwise, we're splitting it between us, and then we have a crew that works with us at each park. So we're really not eating that much food. We end up eating a full, like right after the shoot ends, we have a full meal.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, I can't believe you eat after. Like, you would, like, you're sweating your food out.
All right, so this is going to be our last question before, well, no, this is one of our last questions. Then we have like a grand finale. I don't know what it is.
Finale.
Finale. Okay, LRB9498 asks, what are your dream theme parks to feature that you haven't been to yet? I want to go to Disneyland Paris. Please.
I
Please.
And Tokyo.
Oh yeah, and
And
Tokyo. The
Yeah.
person who, the powers that be that decide where we go.
Julia.
I would like to go
Julia.
to Tokyo.
Julia.
And Paris.
I would love to do that too. I am working on it. I'm just looking for funding from like any flight. I was gonna say, it's not a dream park, but you guys get really mad every time I want to go there.
Gatorland.
No.
I've been
No.
to Gatorland 3 times.
Anyone who's watching this video, just give a good Google of Gatorland and you'll understand. The other one I really want to do is in Oregon, like it's like fairyland, and it's in the trees.
Oh, it looks so creepy. I think just going international. I want to see, because it's also like everything that you think would be similar at all of these other parks, it's all like an international take on the food. Like if you're a huge foodie, or if you want to just see like another variation of like what theming could look like, go abroad. Just awesome. Magic, love.
Magic love.
Mm-hmm.
The final one is not a question. It is, what is your peach and pit of the last 2 seasons?
I feel like people were like, oh, you always look so happy when you do these. And I am very happy. I am quite literally living my dream. This is the best job I could have ever wanted. But I also want like to stress that sometimes like I'm having like real life issues while I'm doing these things. I still have to be professional and like do my job. And so I guess Peach Pit, what for me was our whole California trip. I kind of was like, we had to postpone the California trip originally because my boyfriend was having some health issues, and then while we were in California, I started having health issues, and like nothing serious from, you know, I'm allergic to everything. I have asthma and all of that, but I didn't know at the time. It was really scary, and I had wanted to go to California for so long, so I like felt so conflicted. Like I really want to be. I remember we were in Disneyland, and I was like, I like almost was about to cry. Like I was like, I'm so tired. Like I just want to go home. And for me, it sucked because I'm like, I am quite literally in Disneyland.
Like this is like her, like
yeah,
It's like your dream to be there, but when you're not feeling well,
Yeah.
you're not feeling well.
Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, we're still human, and like yes, it's a fun job to do, but sometimes like life gets in the way. So that was my peach pit. I loved doing that shoot, but you know, make sure you go to the doctor and get all your things done before you go on shoots.
Claritin D, if you would like to sponsor us. Chels?
Oh, it's me.
Start with pit or peach?
I'm gonna start with the pit.
Okay.
You need to help me explain this.
Okay.
So, yes, I am a filmmaker, la la la, but sound can be my arch nemesis, and whatever was going on in Volcano Bay, oh my God.
This is our very first water park episode. I know we've been to. You know,
You're going to start from, this is our very first water park episode.
this is our very first water park episode. We have to do Universal. What's wrong?
It was the hardest. Okay, so everything was just like static microphone. I had to like have someone run back to the room and get me like a shotgun mic as a backup. Like I was full blown panic.
So in Volcano Bay, they have these things called tapu tapu, which are like, they're attached to like a giant satellite essentially. So they ping signals across the park, and basically it was interrupting like our frequency.
Something,
but I
guess.
don't know, none of us know this. Like we're figuring out as we go. So like I'm literally trying to do my intro, and like Chelsea's like, nope, and I'm like, what? You can't stop me in the middle of me talking. And it got disastrous, but we figured it out in the end, and the episode looks great.
My peach. I mean, look, I love a good travel moment, and I think that Virgin Cruises was incredible.
My pit is Virgin Voyages. I got sick on the cruise. We were 3 or 4 days in, the day before we started shooting. I don't know what I got. No one else got it, but I was very sick. Like up all night. I was very pale and disgusting, and like I remember just crying because I had been working with Virgin on this shoot for so long.
Like
and
a year.
Yeah.
Actually more than a year I'd been working on that shoot, and I was just so excited for all of us. I was so happy. And then when we had a great first few days, and then as soon as we started shooting, I got very ill. You all were so excited, and I like can't come in, and I just look like disgusting.
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, hey guys, let's
You
roll.
did it so well. No, but you did it so well. Like, oh man.
I remember a few times like just being like, I could pass out at any moment. But I remember I was just sad because I was like, this is such a cool international moment for us, and I didn't get to like fully enjoy it the way that I wanted to. But I feel like you guys got to enjoy it, which was good. You know what was one of my peaches is from your first episode when we got to go on the Mardi Gras.
That was such a fun moment.
It was our first episode together, and it wasn't planned that we got to go on the float, the Mardi Gras float. And which was super cool that Universal figured that out for us. And like Chelsea with her camera being allowed to go up there is like
tossing beads.
That's very hard to get that kind of approval and clearance. And it was just our first time all working together and watching us all at the end of the day, just in like truly like for a moment forgetting that we're shooting, just like chucking beads at little kids. Like at one point we were just like bazooka, like throwing beads at children. But in a loving way.
Loving. Very
that
loving.
was like, I felt like that was such a nice moment because it was like, I could feel us like meshing and like understanding each other. And I was like, that's nice.
I feel like we could talk about a peach and pit from each and every episode. Because these shoots are very difficult to do, but they're so rewarding. Like I've said before, like we're quite literally like living out our dreams. Like I wanted to go on the Disney Wish so bad. So while we did have a very infamous fight in the Bahamas, I was a happy camper on that trip.
Honestly, listen, it looks like we're having a great time, and we are, but work hard, play hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, it has been an amazing 2 seasons. I am hoping for many, many more. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Thank you for watching Iconic Eats. Honestly, if you guys weren't watching it, we would not be able to do this show. So thank you guys so much. And just to know that we read all of, at least I do, I read every single comment you guys put on each and every video. So please continue to comment, continue to watch. Tell us where you want us to go, because this is just as much your show as it is ours. We will see you guys
on another day
at another park
for another adventure.
Honestly,
cheers, guys.
It's wonderful first 2 seasons.
Woo!
Many more.